Look, folks, it's not that bad, honestly. Look, I really want to talk about this because I got some news about it, about how physical copies are pretty much being done for. Rest in peace to all physical copies right now. Rest in peace to all those games that I actually had. My Xbox 360. Rest in peace to all that stuff. But there's a few things I really want to talk about. So I seen like videos actually talking about this, about how like Angry Joe, Moist Critical, pretty much just a lot of YouTubers coming out and talking about how like, oh my god, all our physical games are dying. Look, I have an unpopular opinion here. You guys know me, I do a lot of hot takes. But I gotta say this right now. I have to. I feel like if you're complaining about that type of stuff, I feel like for me to listen to you, and I don't know if anybody's in an agreement here, for me to listen to you, you gotta not even have a Steam library. You gotta make sure that you didn't even get any games on digital. You gotta make sure that you didn't even purchase and really participated in this rising of digital games. Because you know what? I knew that this was gonna happen a long time ago. Okay, I knew it was going to happen because so many people out there, and maybe you're one of those people, and I'm not blaming you because I did the same thing. There's a reason why I'm not complaining about it. There's a reason why I'm not actually going for it. But if people are legitimately upset that all physical games are going to be getting removed in 2028 by PlayStation, and Xbox is following suit, and maybe Switch is going to be following suit as well, then honestly, are you really upset? Because really, if the data is true and what they're saying is true, about over like 80% of gamers are actually purchasing their games on digital, then that stat right there is showing that they didn't actually kill physical games, but we did. I know that's kind of a hard pill to swallow. I feel like we always are attacking companies. We're always going for it. We're always saying, oh my God, dude, this is so bad. This is terrible. But honestly, this time around, I'm like, look, I seen it coming. And I know a lot of people are saying that they're going to pirate stuff, that they're going to do that. First things first, if you want to go do that, go for it. That's unfortunate. I mean, I'm not really going to be riding on those companies because honestly, there's a few points that I do agree with. When I did read some comments on the Angry Joe video, or like I said, Moist Critical, or I don't know, these other YouTubers, I'm sorry. But shout out to, all those people that are doing this. Then I did read a few, and some of them did say like, hey, I think digital games should actually be cheaper. And honestly, I agree with you. Since the biggest gripe was that physical games were costing more to make, then digital should be cheaper. To rebuttal it though, like I said though, most gamers were buying games digital, and they were buying it at full price. There was a point in time, if I remember correctly, that digital games were cheaper than physical games, but like I said, gamers were purchasing it still. It was still actually let them still going at it. So I know we're heading to this new era where basically gamers are going to be pretty much pirating everything. Gamers are going to be trying to find every way to do it. And there's a few points, like we just got done talking about, whether the price should be cheaper, and not only that, technically you don't own the game. I do think that the law should step in though at this point and actually talk about it. Should actually the government step in and actually talk about what we own, and or what we don't own? That is a very tough question right now, because as of right now, we don't really own everything. And I do want to say a few things too, and I understand that it might be unfortunate for a lot of people to actually be in those areas where if your Wi-Fi is down or something's going on, right? I do understand that. I also get that people want to own their game forever for the rest of their life, and to a certain extent, you're still owning the game for the rest of your life. There's a reason why I say this, okay? I'm saying this because for a game to actually be removed, a game that's actually like really up there, maybe there's some underrated games, maybe underrated indie games. But for an example, I can safely say that Dark Souls, I've been playing Dark Souls on my stream. I could safely say I feel like the Dark Souls video game is going to be in my library for a big majority of my life, probably for the rest of my life. I know for some people, maybe they actually love to have their games forever, and maybe they keep telling themselves that they will keep going back to it. But at the same time, though, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I would never go back to a game if once I finish it multiple times and multiple playthroughs. I just feel like that's pretty much it. So there's a few things to tackle down on that one. There's a few hot takes that I have. I don't necessarily blame the company. I don't blame PlayStation that's actually doing this. I don't blame Xbox for doing this. I blame us. I blame me for all of us actually doing this. And I think there's no one else to actually point the finger at, but honestly just me, for example. I've been actually buying games on the Steam library. I don't like buying anything physical anymore. And I get that people bring up about the books, about how like, oh my god, I don't want to buy a Kindle and buy digital books. I want to own something. I want to get something, and I totally understand, folks. I really get it. Trust me, I do. I wish we had some type of physical games now, but it seems like in 2028, things are just going down. Some people are calling it a dark era. Some people are calling it like this is the most evilest time in the world. But I really do want to hear what you guys think. I want to see what you guys are saying though in the comment section, saying about what you guys are feeling about this. Are you guys in agreement? I was actually messaging in the Discord, which will pop up on the screen, where some people were upset, but some people are saying like they buy digital anyways, and it doesn't really affect them. So it just goes to show that a lot of people here are not really getting affected by it. And honestly, to me, I'm not really getting a lot affected by it. Like I've been saying, I buy digital games, and that's what I've been doing. And I don't think I'm ever going to stop buying digital games. And I know people like Angry Joe, and I know people in the comment section of that are saying that we need to stand up and need to fight for it. But I don't like to leave the house. I'm sorry, I don't. And I think a lot of people don't like leaving the house. I think there's just a lot of people out there that already made that adjustment for digital years and years ago. It's sad. It's unfortunate. We're going to actually spend a few moments right now and doing the rest in peace for all those physical games. So make sure you leave a like, make sure you leave a comment, and make sure you subscribe and do a rest in peace thing for all those physical games.